Anyway, it was a Saturday's football game with Saxon Hill. The game with Saxon Hill was supposed to be a very big deal around Penty. It was the last game of the year, and if you were supposed to commit suicide or something, if Old Penty didn't win. I remember around 3 o'clock that afternoon, I was standing way the hell up on Thompson Hill, right next to this crazy cannon that was in the Revolutionary War and all. You could see the whole field from there. You could see the two teams bashing each other all over the place. You couldn't see the grandstand too hot, so you could hear them all yelling, deep and terrific on the Penty side, because practically the whole school was there besides me. And the Scrawny and Saggedy on the Saxon side, because their visiting team hardly brought many people with them. Anyway, I thought maybe he might know about the Ducks.
Hey Horowitz,
I said.
You ever pass by the lagoon in Central Park, down by Central Park South?
The what?
The lagoon, that little lake back there, where the ducks are, you know?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, you know the ducks that swim around in it in springtime and all. Do you happen to know where they go in the wintertime by any chance?
Where who goes?
The ducks. Do you know by any chance? I mean, does somebody come around in a truck or something and pick them up? Takes them where? Do they fly with themselves, go south or something?
Old Horowitz turned all the way around and looked at me. He was a very impatient guy. He wasn't a bad guy, though.
How the heck should I know? How the heck should I know a stupid thing like that?
Well, don't get sore about it.
I said. He was sore about it, or something.
Who's sore? Nobody's sore.
I stopped having a conversation with him if he was going to get so darn touchy about it, but he started it up again himself. He turned all the way around again and said,
Fish don't go no place. The fish stay right in their lake. They don't go gosh darn nowhere.
That's different. The fish are different. I'm talking about the ducks.
I said.
What's different about it? Nothing's different about it.
Horowitz said. Everything he said, he sounded sore about something.
It's tougher for the fish, the winter and all, than it is on the ducks, for Christ's sake. Use your head, for Christ's sake.
I didn't say anything for about a minute. Then I said,
Alright, what do they do with the fish and all? When the whole little lake's a solid block of ice, people skating on it and all.
Old Horowitz turned around again.
What the heck do you mean where they go? They stay right where the heck they are.
They can't just ignore the ice. They can't just ignore it.
Who's ignoring it? Nobody's ignoring it.
Horowitz said. He got so darn excited and all, I was afraid he was going to drive a cab right into a lamppost or something.
They live in the goddamn ice. It's their nature, for Christ's sake. They get frozen right in one position the whole winter.
Yeah, what do they eat then? I mean, if they're frozen solid, they can't swim around looking for food and all.
Their bodies, for Christ's sake. What's the matter with it? Their bodies taking nutrition off right to the goddamn seaweed and crabs between ice. They got their pores open the whole time. It's their nature, for Christ's sake. See what I mean?
He turned all the way the heck around again to look at me.
Oh,
I said. I let it drop. I was afraid he was going to crack the darn taxi up or something. Besides, he was such a touchy guy. It wasn't any pleasure discussing anything with him.
would you care to stop off and have a drink with me somewhere?
I said. He didn't answer me, though. I guess he was still thinking. I asked him again, though. He was a pretty good guy, quite amusing and all.
I ain't got no time for liquor, bud.
He said.
How the heck old are you, anyways? Why ain't you home in bed?
I'm not tired. One thing I like a lot, or one thing I just like?
You like a lot!
Alright.
But the trouble was, I couldn't concentrate. All I could think of were those two nuns that went on collecting dough in those beat-up old straw baskets, especially the one of the glasses with his lighted rims. And there's a boy I knew at Elkton Hills. There was this one boy at Elkton Hills named James Castle that wouldn't take back something he said about a very conceited boy, Phil Stabile. James Castle called him a very conceited guy, and one of Stabile's lousy friends went and squealed on Stabile. So Stabile and about 6 other dirty jerks went down to James Castle's room and went in and locked the darn door and tried to make him take it back what he said, but he wouldn't do it. So they started in on him. I won't even tell you what they did to him. It's too repulsive. And he still wouldn't take it back, old James Castle. You should have seen him. He's a skinny, weak-looking guy. Finally, what he did, instead of taking back what he said, he jumped out the window. I was in the shower now, and I could even hear him land outside. Then something happened. I don't even like to talk about it. I woke up all of a sudden. I don't know what time it was or anything, but I woke up. I felt something on my head, some guy's hand. Boy, it really scared the heck out of me. What it was Mr. Antolini's hand. What he was doing was, he was sitting on the floor right next to the couch in the dark and all, and he was sort of patting me, or patting me on the goddamn head. Boy, I bet I jumped about 1,000 feet.
What the heck are you doing?
I said.
Sitting here admiring.
What are you doing anyway?
I said over again. I didn't know what the heck to say. I mean, I was embarrassed as heck.
How about keeping your voice down and just sitting here?
I have to go anyway.
I said. Boy, was I nervous. I started putting on my darn pants in the dark. I could hardly get them on. I was so darn nervous. Then I know more darn perverts at school and all than anybody you ever meet, and they're always being perverted when I'm around. She said right away. She put her arms around my neck. She's very affectionate, She's quite affectionate for a child. Sometimes she's even too affectionate. I sort of gave her a kiss, and she said,
"Why'd you get home?"
She was glad as heck to see me. You could tell.
Not so loud just now. How are you anyway?
I'm fine. Did you get my letter? I wrote you a 5-page.
Yeah, not so loud, thanks.
She wrote me this letter. I didn't get a chance to answer it, though. It was all about this play she was in school. She told me not to make any dates or anything Friday so I could come see it.
How was the play?
I asked her.
What did you say the name of it was?
A Christmas pageant for Americans. It stinks, but I'm Benedict Arnold. I practically have the biggest heart.
She said. Boy, she was wide awake. She gets very excited when she tells you that stuff.
It starts out when I'm dying. This ghost comes in on Christmas Eve and asks me if I'm ashamed of anything, for betraying my country and everything. Are you coming to it?
She was sitting way the heck up in the bed and all.
That's what I wrote you about. Are you?
Sure, I'm coming. Certainly I'm coming.
Daddy can't come. He has to fly to California.
She said. Boy, she was wide awake. It only takes her about 2 seconds to get wide awake. She was sitting, sort of kneeling, way up on the bed. She was holding my god-darn hand.
Listen, Mother said you'd be home Wednesday.
She said.
She said Wednesday.
I got out early, not so loud. You wake everybody up.
What time is it? They won't be home until very late, Mother said. They went to a party in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Old Phoebe said.
That's what I did this afternoon. What movie I saw?
Catcher in the Rye.